this is the start of another recording session. It's been a little while. I think you had some halos to spend if you wanted to. 30,000 will buy you like a special move.
What?
And there you are
have the
with
katana now.
You do have the katana there.
Check this out. What are you buying? Heard that in a game once.
I fucking love Rodan so much. Do you recognize that? What are you buying? Do you know where that's from?
No?
That is Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
And let's just say that the Resident Evil franchise is influential, and 4 is... Resident Evil 4 is probably the most successful reinvention.
Try, this one was...
Back, forward, on the stick, and then punch.
Okay, so it's... yeah.
There you go. And the thing about this move, if you have the magic to spend, it will consume magic. I believe it's 3 or 4 pips. And it will do an instant Wicked Weave.
That's good.
It is good. And for... without saying too much, there might be enemies for whom you can't execute... you can't do torture attacks. And with a Tetsusanku you have a way to spend magic.
Yeah.
There is also the heel stomp, which is the same thing for kicks. I think the Tetsusanku is better, for most weapons at least. Mostly because of the path traveled by the hitbox. So you can press back if you're...
Yeah.
It's fine that you're getting a bit familiar. Tetsusanku is a good buy. Afterburner kick is a good buy. Witch twist and Umbran portal kick I don't find a lot of use for, but they're neat to have.
I think I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Just cause...
You'll buy all the moves eventually. Let's be real.
Exit roll.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything more to look at.
Yes.
Exit the Gates of Hell. I would go to a bar called Gates of Hell. No, I don't even drink, but I would go there.
If there was a bartender named Rodan that acted like that.
And spoke like that.
Yeah.
With that voice.
I should save probably because of things.
It's not super pressing, but it's a good idea to be saving. Yes, start. And if you remember, you had just been yeeted into the air by that big angel. My heavenly slumber. That thing. That reminds me a bit of the Quicksilver cutscene in DMC3. Casual pushing away the rocks. That time, stop honking outside my window when I'm trying to record video for the internet.
No quarrel. You're in no position to decide that. My infernal partners love my ability to eliminate your kind. I figure your sacrifice would shut them up for a while.
This is a bit of world building as well, because she's talking about the demons you summon for like climax attacks and stuff, as well as your Wicked Weaves. They all have names and descriptions, which you can check in your whatchamacallit, the notes section of your menu. Now you're playing. And lava and fire, that will hurt you. And these guys are also on fire, which means that if you hit them, it's not the best. Actually, you might wanna. Oh, well, you don't have the magic for it now, but you might. These guys are. You can hurt them in Witch Hand, yes. That is the key to these enemies. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I'm not super a big fan of. It would have been cool if you hit him. I'm not a big fan of the decision to make these enemies like. I don't think you should have enemies that you bounce off when you hit them. It's not that bad though. You can do torture attacks, you can do Tetsusanko from a distance away. And that is the simplest way to do it. You do remember as well that you have your judgment cuts on by holding. I believe if you do a full charge, you won't bounce off the enemies. You can also pick up that car and throw it.
Oh, that hurts them.
Yes, it does. And you're not.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can I yeet it at them?
Yes, I think you were pointing the stick in the wrong direction right there. But you can. I believe that car in the background that's in the lava you can pick up as well. Wahoo!
Wahoo! Yeet.
Yeah.
Yeet the child. Do you know where that is from?
Roughly. You and your mace. We're all pawns to something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. That's another game we should play.
Memes, the heart of the soul.
The DNA of the soul. That is a legitimate, completely unironically spoken line from another Platinum game. Where the fuck did I put my phone? Give me a second.
Welcome back to my single player Let's Play. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, I just thought I'd reach for my phone. Because, look at that, verse 3, you missed a secret mission. You should be able to go back for it though. New enemy. Fairness.
He doesn't look pretty fair to me.
They're reasonably fair. And they do that, which is really
I
easy
mean
to...
fair like the word for... It's...
Oh, you mean like bright or light in color?
I mean like the old word... Oh no.
Like blonde?
Oh,
What the fuck do you mean then?
Fuck you, that's what. This deals damage?
Yeah,
Jumping on
your
me.
enemy step deals damage in this game. Isn't that great? Isn't that just what you want?
That's exactly what I want. Cause now I can...
Actually, there are instances where you don't really want that in, like, Devil May Cry. But I think it works for this game.
I'm trying to...
New enemy. It's fine not to do it perfect.
I'm really tired, so that might...
Who's not? Remains cast. Is that the first time you heard that line?
No.
You get it when you die.
Secret... what was the secret?
I'm gonna look up the secret because I'm gonna be real. I don't know all the secrets by heart.
So I was playing Devil May Cry the day that I played Bayonetta for the first time, and I kept pressing the dodge button for Bayonetta because I was in the wrong mindset. So I was just like in melee, and someone would strike me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, what am I supposed to do?" And just press the dodge.
Are you on the default controls?
Yes.
So then that's what, weapon switch.
Yeah. So I just switched my weapons and stood still. Like, oh fuck.
He's just switching his weapons menacingly.
Like they're starting to attack. He's just switching his weapons. Menacingly. Oh, that's a great line. I love SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is pretty great.
It is.
So you do want to dodge when he roars. If you're in the middle of a dodge, you don't go all wiggly.
Oh, I thought he was gonna do a roar. Fucking yeets a car.
I do think this is a pretty tricky enemy. It takes a bit of learning. Just relax, take it easy, and you'll figure it out. Remember that you do have a lock on as well. It's helpful sometimes.
Oh no. I'm getting hit a lot.
You are getting hit a lot. You should be dodging every now and then. So, you might also notice you're occasionally bouncing off his head, and that is because he's a bit armored. You can hold your charge and dodge, which is...
Can I hold my...
You can be charging your sword
Yeah.
and dodge and keep the charge.
No.
You need to have a first level of charge though for that to work. Do you remember as well that you can hold any button in a combo to
Yeah.
maintain your combo during a dodge? You shouldn't be walking into the lava.
Oh. Ah.
You're in that mindset where you feel like you've played it before, so you want to skip it. I
Yeah.
think.
I'm in...
That's a bronze medal. No, don't go that way just yet. One thing at a time. Fantasie, or whatever language it is, impromptu. Now you're picking up half records. You can go all the... Okay. There's an Alfheim you missed. Back in the first area.
Okay.
You do have chests also here.
Boy. Oh.
If you want to go to the chests, you have them behind and on each side of the area.
Wahoo.
You can dodge in the air as well. It does give you distance. Totally own that chest with your judgment cut.
Yeah.
You have a chest over there as well.
I see. I see the thing.
And remember that these chests are
Wahoo.
not just chests, they are the final resting places of Umbran witches.
So I'm just smashing
You're grave
graves.
robbing. But that's fine.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. They're your friends. You can rob your friends' graves. That's fine.
If I would die, would you rob my grave?
That depends. Would you leave something cool in your grave?
Maybe.
Then yeah, sure. Why not? You don't have many halos. No need to go to Rodance. You do get a bit of a time before it hits after you press the button. So, boom, there it is.
Like how she's just really calm. That's a very different personality than Dante.
She's also that Dance in a Go-Go Baby. That's a reference to Beautiful Joe, which is a game that Kamiya directed under Capcom when he was with Studio Clover, which was a subsection of Capcom. Beautiful Joe, another game we maybe could have played, maybe should have, before we kept going. I figured Bayonetta is the one game you need to play to understand what we were playing between Devil May Cry 4 and 5. Then this is one. Beautiful Joe is not a game. It's not a character action game like this. It's a side scroller. It does have elements of character action. No, you need to.
Yeah. I need to hop.
Yeah.
Hop.
simple. Beautiful Joe is like a side-scrolling beat 'em up platformy sort of deal. Alastair is in it. Just he's like a dude in that game. He's like a bat dude.
So is he a demon though?
Kinda. It's not really. Beautiful Joe is more like, it's less about demons and things like that, and more about so yeah, that counts as a death, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Press the button.
That's not. You pressed the X button on this here PlayStation 4 controller.
Yeah.
When it says, when there's a blue X,
That
means the square button. You're going
the wrong
backwards,
way.
I think.
Am I? Okay. Hop, hop. Hip hop. Oh no. I don't know.
By the way, when I was gonna describe Alastair as a bat guy, my brain like did a fart and tried to. It couldn't separate the words, the Swedish and English words, so I was about to call it a batter mouse. Did you too early? So that counts as a death as well.
Fuck.
So you're gonna get a shit for ranked, and that's a legitimate. Yeah, I hate it too. That's
I hate
one of the
quick timer,
single
but-
biggest issues with this game.
Boom. Yes.
Boom,
Fuck.
boom, boom, boom. Want you in my room? It's been, man. The 90s were a thing that happened.
The 90s were a thing that happened.
You weren't there. You don't
You
know.
weren't there. But I do know.
That is true that you do know. I know that the 1800s happened.
You weren't there.
I wasn't.
Oh.
You, don't ignore reading. Actually, let's read it right now.
Yes.
Umbra witches, controllers of the dark power. The ways of their discipline were actually quite varied. Breathing, movement, medicine, and tactics were joined in the Middle Ages by training in the operation of heavy weapons, culminating in a curriculum whose total breadth and intensity are hard to ascertain. This training forged both the body and the soul, honing each witch into a vessel capable of withstanding the rigors of the magical arts and allowing one to begin to interact with other dwellers of the magical realm. This interaction with the world of spirits lies at the very core of magic. To put these dwellers of the magical realm into layman's term, they most closely fit the common conception of demons. Developing demon-like powers, it seems like this was one of the reasons these women were burdened with a sad fate, always living in history's shadows. So yeah, there's more. I have been able to gain no further solid information regarding the magical arts, as the witch clan has long since been annihilated and their memory forgotten. The residents of this town detest them with all their hearts. To allude to their existence is quite the taboo. Yet the key to unlocking the witch's mystery still remains. Invigrid, the man held up by many to be a paragon of the faith, continues to seek out any remaining witches. Are the witches, once thought to be wiped from the earth, still among us? If they are, how have they survived this long? And what do they know? And where on earth could they be hiding? Finally, I have obtained scraps of a document that appears to lay out another elementary principle of the magical arts. I am unable to decipher the writing on the document, but it seems to describe a martial arts technique known as dodge offset. I pray it will be of use to someone, so I have included it with these notes. And dodge offset is when you hold the button to continue your combo when you're dodging, which is, he's writing in universe, and he's like, oh, and also there's this.
I like the implication that Bayonetta just finds a book lying on the ground, opens it, and starts reading while the lava is coming ever closer.
That's just video games.
Oh. This way?
No, that's where you came from.
Yes. Can I yeet the
I don't think so.
trolley?
I think it's a trolley. It could be a. What would you call that? A spårvagn.
En spårvagn?
Spårvagn. Track cart. So now there's two of them.
Oh no, I can't.
You can't.
Yeet the spore.
No, actually, and I know why. It will become obvious.
Because I need to use it later. Yeet the car.
Car doesn't do big damage, but it's okay.
Cow.
Like, evidently these... So yeah, you're not safe in the air. Evidently these boys, like the angels, do suffer from physical trauma. There you go. Not just magic. But you sort of get this, like, Bayo is not a demon. She's not part demon like Dante. She is human. But this document tells you that she might not be a demon herself, but she's got like a contract with demons or something along those lines. And that might partially explain how she's able to take so much damage without dying. Like, she's clearly surviving things that no human should survive. Good job, by the way. You had trouble dealing with one of those not too long ago. Let me have a quick check if there's a secret mission. So don't walk forward. God damn it. Let's see, where's... Yeah, I think you missed a secret mission. And this is why you needed the trolley.
Man, I like the music.
The music is great. Press the button harder and faster. That was only 800 megatons. That's not a lot of megatons.
I wasn't ready for it.
You need to be ready. So yeah, you missed an out thing. I could potentially go between recording sessions. I could go and get you some Alfheims. So you're not even gonna fight them.
Why would I?
Ranking? I don't know. I think there was something you missed way back as well. Also, if you don't fight them, you don't get halos, so you can't buy moves. And also, the fighting is good.
I don't have both of the sides of the...
Hey, go back. Because I believe...
This way or...
Yes.
Gatewell.
Go back the way you came. No, I don't think it's a secret mission. I want to remember there being a chest if you continue all the way. Like, had you turned around straight away when you landed, you would have found... There it is. I'll find the fastest way to open chests.
What is it with the game and not respecting dead people?
They're dead. They don't need respect. The body's just a shell. A shell? A shell.
A shell.
Fucking CH and SH in English is bullshit. Bullshit. That's exactly what I meant to say.
I mean, English is a shit language.
I mean, language is shit.
Language is a shit language.
There's no such thing as... Don't hit them when you know you take damage from doing so.
Do I take damage from
You take damage! Look at your life bar! Why are you like this?
Because I can hold it.
Shoot him. Just gun him down.
Oh. Just standing there.
Got a golden medal. Rodin. Do you know who Rodin was, the philosopher?
No.
Or like, was he... Maybe he was an artist. Oh yeah, he was an artist. He sculpted the Thinker. You know, the famous statue of a dude like... Who looks like he's on the toilet and having a big think.
I know.
Notes on the topic of Magic 3. Love reading.
Like...
Magical arts of the Umbra. Their true significance is best understood in the context of how the Umbra were able to use this magic via direct contact with demons in Inferno. And as you might remember, there's Inferno, Paradiso, whatever the normal world is called, and then there's Purgatorio in between. It is thought that these witches underwent strict training in order to master the various techniques. However, the truth is... The truth is colored by the fact that the witches left people awestruck and were greatly revered. The true root of their power was none other than their ability to take unbelievably strong demon energy and bend it to their will, using it freely. The witches' direct contact saw them reaching into the heart of Inferno's darkness and summoning the beasts that dwelled there, drawing out their destructive powers. The witches under contract with these demons were able to exercise powers far beyond any that could be obtained by mere mortals, to the extent that some may even term these powers as aggressive or brutal. It was thanks to these powers that the witches boasted such awesome force in battle. From the Vigridian religious perspective, those living in the human world find interaction with other realms to be incredibly difficult. Residents of Inferno also find it impossible to manifest themselves in the human world. This is why witches require some sort of catalyst to summon demons in the human world, channeling the spirit via this medium. The catalyst most often used by witches was their hair. It is well accepted that hair had many uses in the magical arts, and the witches called this use of their own hair the wicked weave. It was said to have been used not just to summon demons, but also to summon magical items, as well as forming the witches' uniforms. I would also like to touch briefly on the despair these women must have felt. To gain the incredible power afforded to them, they were forced to trade their souls to the demons of Inferno. Within the trinity of realities, it is believed that the deceased find their souls sent to heaven in an endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. However, witches were met with only a single possible fate, death, followed by endless torment in Inferno. Once one had set foot upon the path of the magical arts, there lay nothing but the harsh reality that there is no turning back. Despite this fact, it was a path desired by a never-ending stream of believers. How these women capture so many hearts, minds, and imaginations remain unknown. You might also notice that there's a big old mishmash of religions at play in the lore. You can check that. Imagine portal-like object. It's a portal-like object, but there's no portal. Maybe even more evidence of this town, of the town this ancient civilization created in the catacombs below. So, like, you got, of course, you got the imagery of hell and heaven and angels and demons.
I can't go there.
No, you cannot.
So then I have to go.
Then you have to go back to this ambush. Oh no. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try. Just.
So you do have the very like Christian imagery, but you also have like the Alfheims, which are clearly Nordic, and then you also have the text mentioning a cycle of you don't need to switch to use your guns.
No, but I can hold.
You can. I quite enjoy just using the guns.
But
Either the
But I pressed the attack button.
Oh yeah. That's of course something you can do. I quite like the guns. Light is flooding out of the gate. There seems to be a completely different environment on the other side. So yeah, welcome to wherever the fuck this is.
Alfheim?
I don't think this is the same as Alfheim. This is Paradiso.
So I'm in heaven.
You're kind of in heaven.
Man.
Hey, have a look around with your camera stick before doing this. You can just...
Flying trees.
Dodge this thing, don't go forwards yet. And then you go back and you look around properly this time. You go to the other side of the portal. You have a good look around. Not up there. You have a look around. You go forwards to the edge. They're over there. That's something very important that you need in your life.
CD.
That's half a CD, and you have the other half. And it's not a CD, it's an LP, you young person.
It's an... I know, I'm just tired. My dad is a musician, you know this.
Yeah, I know this.
So when I was when I was younger,
Yes.
Me and my dad would play.
That's not gonna work. Also, if you look around, you can see there's more walking places in the water. So if you look over there, way over there, I don't. Remember that you can use your dodge to gain distance. That's an alpha. You can go do that, so you at least get one. Yeah, your dad. LPs.
Yeah. When I was a little boy, we used to go into his. Could you call? It's an outhouse.
An outhouse, okay.
Yeah. He has hundreds of CDs. He has probably 1,000, if not more. He has
Nice.
hundreds.
We're gonna
of
enter this out then.
LPs, and an LP player and.
Yeah.
So we just listen to old LPs and
nice.
sometimes VHS.
Just fight
tapes.
without witch time. You don't have witch time, so you don't gain much from standing around and waiting for. So you get that slight slowdown, and that's just straight up a million stab. So I find that the key to playing Bayonetta and being halfway decent, like, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm good at this game, because I'm not, but I think in order to be good, what one needs to do is learn to do combos, and also keep an eye on the enemies around to dodge when necessary. And then you can use your dodge offset. Nice, you enemy step them. And you can use your dodge offset to keep your combo going. So my dad is not a musician, my uncle is. And I would hardly say that we had thousands of records in my home, but we sure had more than a few. So we would listen to like the LP version of things like Thriller and some old Earth, Wind and Fire stuff and Tower of Power maybe. Good shit.
I really gotta wake up. I got barely any sleep last night.
Yeah, you were complaining yesterday as well about not getting any sleep. Maybe, I don't know, go to bed earlier.
Fucking I go to bed early.
Why are you jumping around? You need to be fighting these enemies so you defeat them in time. That's a very nice thing. I noticed you reacting to the sound of that trumpet. And that is a very clever design thing, because you might notice that there's almost never an enemy that starts an attack when they're not on screen. Like, that's in the programming, that enemies will not start their wind-up animation if you can't see them. One exception is the trumpeters. Or maybe they just have... Maybe they're not. I'm not gonna say things I'm not sure about. What I am sure about is that since the trumpets will be attacking from a range and you might not see them, they also have the added... they also have the sound.
Can I torture attack these boys?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. But you need a full meter, and you don't have. Nice hook!
Ah,
You need to get in there, my boy. Want me to do it real quick?
I gotta learn the rule.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an insomniac. I have really hard trouble sleeping. Like, about 9 months ago, it was the worst it's ever been. Which when I only got like 3 hours of sleep every night. And that wasn't fun.
I can imagine. Like, I also have trouble sleeping sometimes, but not quite as bad.
It's mostly because of stress, I think.
That will do it. So this is the torch attack. And if you notice my voice, it's because I'm mashing like a motherfucker. And I still didn't get the max. Ow. Ow! You usually, if you mash the wiggle really hard, you can often get out just in time to perform a dodge.
Do you like the katana more than the...
I like the katana a lot. I'm not entirely sure which I prefer. Here you go.
Using your...
Like,
What?
I completed this game on PC on normal yesterday, and I've started a hard playthrough to discover that I'm even worse than I thought I was. Because when you start playing on hard, the game stops taking it easy on you. And I also decided I'm going to properly learn just the pistols, just the normal guns.
I mean...
Yeah? By the way,
The casual music in this game is great.
casual music?
Like on the train ride.
Yeah?
That kind of music is fucking great. But the battle music is not quite on the level.
You don't like it?
I like it, but I just feel Devil May Cry has better battle music.
I mean, the styles are very different. I think both are like... In strictly musical terms, both are good. Both are good. So this is a giant stone monument of a Lumen Sage and an Umbra Witch. I think Devil May Cry has more aggressive music, which can feel better in fighting. A strange object is floating in the middle. What could that possibly be? Bayonetta is more like the... And of course she pulls the lever like that.
It's a big lever.
I was thinking more about the fact that she gave it like a big reach around with her thigh.
Yeah, it's a big lever.
It is a big lever. She needs to put all that mass, the mass of her massive thigh on it.
What is it with you and thighs?
Thighs are one of my favorite body parts. So you can use that. And when you do that...
It shows a galaxy?
Yeah, it's a galaxy and it rewinds time. That actually reminds me, I'm gonna have to remember that. Galaxy's rewinding time. That's... What was once broken is now whole again. Wonder if that power is true in other dimensions as well. So, if you will recall, the reason you couldn't progress was because a bridge was broken.
Yeah.
Now you have something that can rewind time.
And the leg?
And the leg? They go all the way up, the legs do.
Like yesterday.
Yeah?
We were talking about the only way to die is being crushed by a pair of thighs.
Yeah?
Do you stand by that?
I mean, not in the strictest of terms. Like, there's clearly other ways your life can end. But if I had to choose, that's a pretty good way to go. Like, okay, let's be real for a second. Bayonetta is designed in a way to be, like, she's clearly supposed to be a very attractive woman, a very sexual woman.
No.
Which, I don't know how much we actually ended up talking about this, but there was a bit of controversy. No, they disappeared, I think. The idea is if you want to fight those, you fight them on the bridge. Now, there was a bit of controversy surrounding her design because people hate fun and sex and like things that people like. Oh, that would have been a reasonable assumption, but that's not what you were supposed to do. I completely understand why you did that. It makes sense to do that.
Fucking 4 deaths.
I know. And he keeps telling you as well. Like, look at all these times you died. But it's more like...
Noob.
I would say you're... No, while the number of deaths is 4, it feels more like you've died
What should I
once.
do?
Just stand here. And now you get a prompt for jumping. That makes sense, right? Actually, look behind you. There might be something, I can't remember. No. And luckily there are these convenient walkways in the lava. And also convection is a thing. Do you know what convection is? It is basically the transference of heat to another medium. For instance, from the lava to the air. Like, if you were to fall into a volcano, back, you need to be better at going every way except forwards first. Come on, just... like, volcanoes are fucking dangerous, not just because the lava itself is dangerous. If you even get, like, within a few meters, it'll be so fucking hot, you'll just die. Like, have you seen...
Melt.
Yeah. Have you seen Attack on Titan?
No.
No.
Or, yes, but not a lot.
Not a lot
I
of it.
just couldn't get into it.
It's actually really good right now. I've been catching up with the anime. I'm a manga reader first. What I wanted to say was that there's a part where... Do you remember how the really big Titan, the colossal Titan, can expel heat from its body? It like sends out steam and shit.
Yeah.
Well, there's an instance where a character faces it and like he just...
Don't spoil it.
Fine. Point being, heat is dangerous.
Yeah.
To humans.
Yeah. But speaking of volcanoes, do you know how there's a volcano on Wii Sports Island?
Yeah.
And do you know how there's a plane flying game?
Yes, I know. You can fly into the volcano.
Yeah, that's what I would do all the time. Just
Yeah.
Mao volcano.
I kind of like the plane flying game. Oh well.
I really like it.
In
I would just explore. Me and my brother.
surprisingly robust, just go around see shit. Oh fuck. Go around see shit mode in Wii Sports Resort of all things.
Yeah.
Fucking weird that game is so like real. You should watch some fucking Wii Sports Resort golf speedruns.
Are there?
Yeah. There's actually really active speedrunning scene for the original Wii Golf. Anyways, in
Wii
Vingrid's,
Golf?
the original Wii Sports Golf has a surprisingly active speedrunning scene. In Vigrid's long, protracted history, there was once an enormous coliseum built facing the sea. It remains today largely intact. According to record, the coliseum was used not for martial contests or other games, but as an altar for the worship of one of the era's gods, a being known as Fortitudo. Even today, as the urban function of the city moved to Isla del Sol, I believe that's the first name mention of Isla del Sol, but that's where like the modern part of the city is. The Colosseum holds a special place in the religious beliefs of those who worship the Laguna. Even though the winds of time have long since destroyed the road leading to the structure, forcing a treacherous passage through the cliffs, the stream of those making a pilgrimage to the Colosseum is endless. Here you go.
Okay.
And if you just turn your camera to the left,
Ooh,
there it is.
there it is.
Big old Colosseum. Now, what could possibly happen in a video game when you enter a Colosseum?
A boss fight.
I wonder.
Maybe you'll get a cool new...
Maybe there's a dance number.
Yeah, maybe there's like an ending cutscene. Dance
Maybe this is where the ending is. Maybe we're done.
Yeah, you know how in all the animated movies, everyone, there is...
Were there things to miss back there?
Ah, fuck. I got a stone award.
It's fine. I actually have a couple stone awards. There's
Hey.
a couple of missions.
Oh, I never noticed that he has a little poof of hair. on
He
the
does.
back. I hate that. Shave it off, you bald bastard.
Such a hateful person. I hate you.
I hate you.